Some children don't get to be children. While others are playing, laughing, and exploring, they are worrying, adapting, surviving. They grow up too fast. And from the outside, it can look like strength. They seem mature for their age, responsible, quiet, independent. But psychology tells a deeper story. When a child grows up too fast, it's often not a choice. It's a response to pressure, to instability, to emotional needs that were never met. Sometimes it happens in homes where the child has to take on adult responsibilities, caring for siblings, handling problems, being the strong one. Other times it comes from emotional neglect. When no one is there to guide, support, or understand them, the child learns to rely only on themselves. So they stop acting like a child. They stop expressing emotions freely. They stop asking for help. And slowly, they become someone who always has to be in control. Psychologists sometimes call this parentification, when a child is forced to take on the role of an adult too early. At first, it builds strength, but over time, it creates hidden struggles. One of the most common effects is difficulty expressing emotions. They've learned to suppress feelings, to stay strong, to stay in control. But emotions don't disappear. They build up quietly inside. Another effect is hyper-independence. They don't trust others easily. They believe they have to handle everything alone, even when help is available, because deep down, they learned that no one was coming. There's also a constant sense of responsibility. They feel like they always have to fix things, solve problems, take care of everyone, even when it's not their job. And this can lead to burnout, emotionally, mentally, even physically. Another hidden struggle is difficulty relaxing. They are always alert, always thinking, always preparing for something to go wrong, because growing up, they had to be. There's also a deep fear of vulnerability. Opening up feels unsafe. Letting people in feels risky. So they build walls, not because they don't care, but because they learned to protect themselves. Relationships can become complicated. They may attract people who depend on them too much, or they may push people away to avoid being hurt. And sometimes they don't even realize why. But here's the truth. Growing up too fast can create strength, resilience, awareness, independence. But it can also take something away. The freedom to be soft, to make mistakes, to simply be a child. And many people carry that into adulthood, still feeling responsible for everything, still struggling to rest, still learning how to feel. But healing is possible. It starts with awareness, understanding that not everything is your responsibility, learning that it's okay to slow down, to ask for help, to feel. Because you were never meant to carry everything alone. And growing up too fast doesn't mean you can't learn to live freely again.